Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Miss Fierrrce here from the Fierrrce Traders, and this is our Fierrrce Forex for Beginners YouTube series. And we are on to module 5. Actually, we did module 5 in the previous video, but that was part 1. I just realized that I needed to also do a part 2. But module 5 was about charting software, and we talked about MT4, MT5, and I just showed you guys how to set it up and how to just customize it if you're going to be using the MT4, MT5 platform to trade with. So there's a part 2 to that module, which is basically going to be on Tradingview, which is what we're going to be talking about right now. And why Tradingview? Because Tradingview is also a charting software. Now, a lot of people prefer to use MT4. I prefer to use Tradingview. I think it's very, very versatile. There are many other charting softwares out there, but I'm just, for the purpose of this training, I'm going to focus on one which I think is most popularly used by a lot of the trading community. So what you need to do is go to tradingview.com, as you can see here, and then what you'll need to do here, okay, I'm already logged in, I already have an account. So when you log on to this website for the first time, or actually go onto this website for the first time, what you're going to see is you'll be asked to register an account. So just register your account, sign up for TradingView. It's free, okay? It's a free software. You can it does have packages that you can pay for and all that, but then at the very beginning right now, you do not need to pay for anything. Whatever the free version gives you is actually sufficient for you to trade. And I say that from a personal experience because I used TradingView for like almost 1.5 to 2 years without paying for it. And then as I began to advance as a trader, I then began to subscribe to some of its plans just to get extras, okay? So I'm going to show you the free version. So set it up. So once you set it up, you will see like I'm already set up here. What you'll need to do is, okay, sorry about that. Okay, so on the home page, you're going to see chart, you're going to see markets, okay, and the markets, basically you can see, I mean, this is the drop down menu. When you just go through it, you can, there's a lot. So basically the markets are stocks, cryptos, forex currencies, indices, futures, bonds. So you can see different markets. The charts, basically you'll be able to open any chart for crypto, forex, etc. The news, and then obviously also if you want to trade on TradingView, you can, okay? These are currently the only brokers linking to TradingView as far as I can tell right now. Sometimes they do change, sometimes they add new brokers, but these are the ones that I know you can actually open an account with. Now, and link to your TradingView basically. So I for one use Pepperstone, okay? So I opened a Pepperstone account and I can actually trade with Pepperstone on TradingView, okay? Which is awesome because that means I don't need to switch in between screens. I can use the TradingView platform to actually place live trades. Now I've done a video on this already, so I'm not going to focus on this in this module, and I'll just put a link to that video so that you can find out how to open a Pepperstone account, for example, and then link it up to your TradingView so that you can trade directly from TradingView. So that's the markets. Then you have the tab for news, and here there's all kinds of news, basically breaking news and news on everything. So if you want to stay abreast with what's happening, you know, right now we have a war in Russia and Ukraine, and so that affects the market. So you can just read up, keep tabs and everything. Then we have screeners, and these just focus on, you know, what is it, the stock, the different, what is it, the different assets, basically just showing you how they're looking in terms of, you know, like where people are positioned in the market as well. So let me just open, let's, for example, the Forex Screener so that I can just make sure I'm saying the correct thing. So for the Forex Screener, this is basically, you can see how, you know, like it shows you all the currencies, okay? And you're able to see the one that has, you know, a strong buy or a strong sell, and so on and so forth. So as a trader, you can then use this to decide what trades maybe you want to take and what position maybe you want to take. Okay. So, and we, like we said, we have screeners for Forex, stock, etc. Then we have our community. Okay. Now, our community, I think, is really a lot of traders, especially beginners, don't really engage in here and just take advantage of this community. You can follow traders, you can look at ideas shared by traders within the community. Now, when I talk about the community, I'm talking about the global Tradingview community. So people from around the world will be sharing their trade ideas on different assets. There's chart analysis, you can check that out, you know, trend analysis, technical indicators. So in case you want to just learn more outside of my beginner series class, you can just come here and, you know, just start looking at what content is being shared in this chart analysis. Let me even click just one so that you guys can have an idea. I look at trend analysis, and so this is it. And trend analysis, basically you're looking at people who have posted, just hold on, different trend like their analysis, you know, on different assets. We're seeing there's a lot of Bitcoin, gold, and so on. So this is a wealth of information from just other traders within the community. So you can learn more. You get and then we have scripts, trader education if you want to learn some more, video ideas if you want to watch some stuff. Sometimes there are live streams that happen during the week, and you can tune in and just keep on learning, because what I keep on saying about the Forex industry is there's no you're always a student. If you want to really do well, especially when you're starting out, just have the mindset of I'm always going to be a student. So for example, for me, I've been at this for the last 4 years, and I won't lie to you, I'm always learning. I'm always adding into my knowledge. I'm always just checking out what other people are doing to see whatever strategy I use maybe can, you know, I can get value from somebody else without necessarily veering from what I'm already doing. So this community is very versatile, very vibrant, very a lot of information. And then of course there's more here. You can just go through that, look at blog news, and I mean there's so much on this Tradingview platform. That's why I like to use it as a charting software, because I can get more than just looking at the charts. Then okay, so I'm going to also now obviously they have an offer here, get 6 months free, and the offer ends in 18 days. You can take this offer. I think it's good to, you know, to also, if you can, subscribe to to some of the plans. They have the minimum one is a 14-month plan, which I guess, you know, you can get it, you know, and you can save money on it. But like I said at the beginning, you don't need to subscribe. I honestly don't think you need to at the very beginning. You can do that later on. So this tab here, we can see this tab on the right, okay, has some icons, and we're just going to go through them. So here you'll have watch list and details. So when I click on it, it opens what you see as like a watch list. By a watch list, it means that if you want to like watch specific or keep an eye on specific assets, you can do that. Let me just widen that so you can see. You can actually do that. Okay, so these are the ones I actually look at myself. Okay, and I can add whichever I want to be watching here, and I can customize. You know, I can say I can just look at the crypto. I can customize them in categories of crypto. So this is what I've done. So there are 7 cryptos I'm looking at, Forex about 4, indices 8. But actually, this is not me who did this. Am I the one who did this? I don't think I'm watching 8 indices. Yeah, but you can create your own watch list, and then in your watch list, you put in the currencies or the pairs that you like to look at and have a look at, okay, or keep an eye on rather. And then you'll find that in that you'll be able to see news items here as well. And you know, so if I just make this go up here, we can see news with regards to Apple Inc., you know, and so on and so forth, and we can just go through. These are the earnings report and so on. Okay, so there's just extra things you can check here. And you can go to the website if you want to. Now, basically, if I pick on, let's say, US 30, this is what you see. So you'll be able to see the price of US 30. You'll be able to look at the US 30 chart on the line chart. You'll be able to read on what people are talking about US 30, breaking news that affects the index, and so on and so forth. So that's basically it, and what people are talking about it, in the space. Okay, these are other traders like myself. So this is it. Now, so that's the watch list and details. Again, you can see there's so much. Then we have the alerts section. So alerts, just basically, if I have an alert personally, I'll be able to see the alerts that are placed here. Now, you'll be able to place alerts when you start trading. Like if you're waiting for price to get to a certain level, you can place an alert that alerts you that price has gotten to that level. Now, I think for you to use the alerts function, you actually have to be subscribed to one of their plans. So you can see I have these alerts which are still active and so on. I can delete them if I want to, and I can just, delete and say yes, for example. Anywho, so that's the alerts. Then we have the news. So if I want to look at the headlines for specific news on that is targeting specific assets that I'm trading, I can just check them out here. So we can see this first news item here that was posted yesterday. IMF says war in Ukraine will have severe impact on the global economy, and so on and so forth. There's so much here. So you can make a plan. I mean, this is part of fundamental analysis, which I touched on in terms of the different types of analysis. You want to kind of have an idea of what's happening in the market in terms of news items coming out and so on. So this is where you can catch up within TradingView. Now, so that's news, right? Hot list, and we have calendar. So let me look. Calendar just gives you the economic calendar. So part of fundamental analysis is you keeping an eye on the economic calendar, whereby every day there's possibly some news coming out on a specific asset. So it's just good to have an idea which asset, so that in case there's something impactful in the news that may affect the market, or in case you see some volatility in the market, then if you know what is happening on that day in the economic calendar, then you have an idea that something is happening and not caught off guard. So here I don't have any ideas. So if you had any ideas, you could have placed them here. You can just click here, publish private idea. You can put your idea and then publish it for the community to actually see. And that's when you see there, people here have, this link here, this on the trend analysis page for US 30, we can see people have posted their ideas. Okay, so you can just go through this, and you can also publish your own idea, and it will also feature here. Okay, and I always say, when you share information yourself, you actually learn more. So yes, that's an opportunity for you to grow as a trader. We have public chats here as well. So right now, I think possibly you can see people chatting. These are traders from all over, okay, talking about, it could be, this is the stock indices. They could be talking about cryptocurrencies. If I click on cryptocurrencies, people are talking about BTC, and so on and so forth. If you go on Forex chart, this is a public chat. Okay, so people are just talking and talking. And if you have something to say, you can type in whatever you want to say there, right? Exactly. And then you just share, so these are, like I said, TradingView is very, very versatile. So that's the public chats. And then there are also private chats. Maybe you can have a private chat within your small community of traders. Maybe you're in a group of traders, you can open a private chat, and within yourselves, you can share your ideas. Okay, but right now, I'm not in a private chat. Then these are ideas stream. So these are now people just posting their ideas, trade of the week, blah, blah, blah. You can see, like, we have this guy, Vasily Trader. He posts a lot of ideas. And the reason why I actually seeing him is because I had actually followed him as a trader on TradingView. And when you do that, you also get their updates on your email. So if he posts anything, if you follow a trader on TradingView, in terms of their ideas, whenever they publish anything, you get access. And you can see his membership. He's a premium trader. So you find that premium traders are the ones who are able, I think premium traders are able to post ideas. I don't think you as a normal basic free trader would be able to do this. And then we have live streams. Right now, there's, okay, 15 hours ago, that was when the last live stream was. So if you want to catch up, you know, those are crypto live technical analysis stream and so on. So again, TradingView, beyond what you learn in this YouTube series, especially as a beginner, begin to engage with this platform because there's a lot you can gain. And then notifications, if I had any notifications, I would get updated. I have none at the moment. So this is the right panel. Okay, so I'm just gonna close it. And then what I'll suggest is just go through TradingView, the main menu, the menus on your own when you have time. Now, why we are here, we want to look at, you know, we're talking about technical analysis, right? So we go to the charts. And when I look at chart, it opens up the chart. So in this section, you can literally open any chart that you want to look at, okay? So let me close that tab. So for example, right now it's open the chart for NZD USD. Let's say I wanted to open Apple, you know, if I wanted to look at Apple, is it a triple APL or APL? Here, I can just open the Apple chart in case I'm trading the stock market, right? So this is it, okay? If I want to look for Bitcoin, BTC USD, this is where you can look at it from any exchange. You know, there are different exchanges. I usually like the Binance one because I tend to trade BTC on Binance, and they are linked to TradingView. So this is how it looks. And I mean, I'll talk about this in my Sunday weekly review, but we can see what's been happening with BTC, you know. Yeah, so basically anything GBP USD, okay, that's why. So this search bar here is for searching any symbol, any asset. If I want UK oil, for example, or US oil, you know, any commodity, gold, okay, I can look there, right? Gold, that's a symbol for gold. So don't worry, these symbols, you'll get used to them. You may not know them automatically in the beginning, but you'll get used to them. So that is gold, right? So this is the search bar for searching assets. Now, what you see here, these are time frames, okay, or time intervals as TradingView puts it. Now, if I want to like search for different time intervals, I just click on this button here, and then it brings me all the different time frames that I can look at, you know, up to the monthly, 6 months. I think for my subscription, I can only go up to 6 months. If you're on the free package, you may not be able to see the 2-minute chart, for example. I can see it in the 3 minutes. You'll probably just see the 1 minute, 5 minute, 15, 30, and 1 hour and 4 hour and so on. But for me, I can see these others. And then what you notice is if I click on this star, okay, it removes the 1 minute from my search bar here. If I put it back, so in case you don't want to keep on coming to this drop down, you can simply just put the charts that you want to be looking at. Like if I want the 3 minute, I don't want that. I like to look at the 1 minute, 2 minute, 5 minute, 15 minutes, and 1 hour. So if I wanted to put the 30 minute, it shows. I don't have to keep on coming to the drop down, okay? If I even wanted to see this 1 second, I can. But because my subscription won't allow me to see the 1 second, so that's not relevant for me. I'd probably have to subscribe to a higher plan. Yeah, so this is the time frame. Now, remember I showed you on MT4 that each like gold here, if I click on the 1 minute, I can see the 1 minute. If I click on the 2 minutes, I can see the 2 minute chart. Okay. And if you remember, every candlestick here, which you're going to go deep, I guess, when we are looking at the candlesticks, represents time. Each bar here represents the time frame. So this bar is a 2 minute bar, I mean a 2 minute candlestick, and so on and so forth. So this is where you change your time intervals, okay? Switch in between different time frames. Then this here, what we see here, we are seeing candles, okay? I can click on this and I see the different candlesticks. Now, what I want to also say is I trade the Japanese candlesticks, which is what you're seeing here. We have the bar chart, which I showed you guys. This is how the bar chart looks like. Okay, remember, I talked about it in the previous module. If let's say I wanted to change, I go back here. If I want to put hollow candles, I can, you know, line chart, I can. Now we have different types of other candlesticks. We have the Haikanashi, which looks slightly different. Now the difference between the Japanese candlesticks and the Haikanashi is Haikanashi just shows you the trend. You don't see the intermediate trend, you see the primary trend. So for example, you can see this is bullish. Okay, you can see we're very bearish here, we were bearish here, we're bullish here. It's very clear, okay? But when you go to the candlesticks, we can see, yes, we were bullish, but you can see intermediary, like you can see intermediary, if I go back here, all these candles are bearish, but with the candlestick here, we can see there was a bit of a bullish move here, okay? So with candlesticks, you see more of the price action. It's a bit more detailed. Some people prefer to trade the Haikanashi, okay? And you can decide that's what you want to look at, no problem. I personally prefer the Japanese candlestick. That's what I learned from the very beginning, so that's what I trade. But feel free to explore any other, candlestick time frame here, whether it's a Haikanashi or the Renko, and so on and so. Okay, I can't look at that right now because so this is how the Renko chart looks like. Again, almost looks like the Haikanashi. But I honestly don't recommend when you're a beginner to start with any other candlestick chart other than the Japanese candlestick. Don't complicate it, keep it simple, stupid case, right? Excuse my language. So that's it, right? So if I want to remove, I don't know what else I have. Okay, so this is it. Now, when I click, so this is where you're going to look for your candlesticks. That's where, and I'm saying this because when you open your Tradingview, you may find a line chart or something. So you can put your Japanese candlesticks by clicking on this icon. Now, the next icon says compare or add symbol. Now, this allows you to see multiple charts on your screen. In terms of, so let me just click on it so that you can understand. So let's say I'm looking for Euro USD. So when I click on Euro USD, wait, where are we? Oh yeah, sorry, I'd already seen it. So for example, this is SAG-USD. So this is silver, okay? Gold is SAU-USD. This is gold, this is silver. Now, what you notice is the gold is in candlesticks and then the silver is just a line chart, okay? So I'm able to compare two different assets on the same chart. So I can tell that gold is bullish, so is silver. Okay, so they're relatively moving kind of in the same direction. We can see maybe there's possibly more volatility with silver, and so on. So let me just, if I click on this silver, I can change. If I click on this silver, this is the line chart. If I want to change it to a candlestick, I can actually do that. I just click on this, double click on it, style, I can choose candles. So now I can see the silver, and we can see silver was more bearish here. In as much as gold was also bearish, silver looks more volatile than gold. We can even see the drop here that happened and here. Okay, so you can then decide which pairs you want to trade technically. But we can see gold and silver are moving relatively the same way, okay, the same way. So this compare button is for you to be able to compare two different currencies, and you can edit the currencies by clicking. I mean, you can edit the type of chart by just double clicking on it. and then taking it, going to styles, and then changing the style here, and maybe then putting a bar chart, or just going back and putting a line chart, okay? Okay, because you already know that your primary asset, maybe the one you're trading is gold, but you just want to see how does it compare with silver. That's the reason why you use this compare button. You want to see how, what currency, how it compares and so on. So there, let me remove that. So this next button here shows you your, this one here shows your indicators and metrics and strategies. So if I want to add an indicator, now what is an indicator? An indicator, a technical indicator, is an additional tool that you can add onto your chart to help you maybe look at the chart better. Okay, so like I said in the previous in a previous module, that we have indicators like the relative strength index, which basically shows you the overbought and oversold areas in the market as per the indicator. That's a function of the indicator. We have Ichimoku, we have moving average, and so on. So if you wanted to add any of those indicators, you just come here and you can click on relative strength index, or you can search for it here and say you're looking for the relative strength index. You just type it out, relative strength index, and you'll see all the different types of relative strength indices. So this is the one, so you click on it and it's going to be added automatically onto your chart. Okay, now there's a way in which you need to be able to understand how to interpret this specific indicator. Okay, I'm not going to speak about that now, but basically, like I said, the relative strength index just gives you the strength of it shows you basically the strength of an asset, and if it's oversold or overbought. And usually, as you see these parameters here, we can see this is above 70, this top here, and this lower band here is below 30. So technically, usually when this relative strength index is, this line here is above 70, we can tell that the price, it means that the price of this asset is overbought, and possibly we may begin to see a retracement of the asset, meaning that the price may begin to go down. If it's below 30, okay, if this line was below 30 somewhere, like maybe it was below here, it was at this point in time, okay, below 30, meaning that the price is, the asset is oversold, and possibly it's going to begin to start buying, and we can see what happened here. Okay, so this is just a basic example of how to use RSI. So all these other indicators, if I click here, there are so many indicators, moving average, they're all here. So if you ever hear about any indicator, you can just search for it in the indicators, metrics, and strategies tab, and you'll be able to find anything you want. Moving average, exponential, moving average, smooth moving average, volume weighted moving, there are so many indicators, are thousands and thousands and thousands. Now, personally, like I said, guys, I don't use indicators. So for this series, I'm not going to specify on indicators, but I wanted you guys to see, because you're beginners, you may want to explore. Okay, so let me just remove that. Now, the next tab here allows you to be able to save your indicator templates. That's if you're using indicators. So if you have an indicator you're using, instead of always searching for it again, simply save it, and then you'll be able to just find it here anytime you want to use it. Okay, then here we have alerts. I don't have any alerts right now, but I can create an alert. So I just click on it. If I want to say I want an alert when gold is crossing below 895, 868, I can put it crossing up, crossing down, and so on, and then I can create the alert. So that's why and then when you place that there, it will notify you. You'll get an alert on your app, on your Tradingview app, especially if you have it maybe on your phone as well, downloaded, or on the app right now on your screen on your laptop, or you'll get a pop-up message saying, gold is crossing or up or down, and you'll also get an email. So if you just click on send email, you'll get an email. If you unclick it, it won't send you an email, but you'll get the notification. So this is for you to create alerts about what you're looking at in the market. You're waiting for maybe an asset to get to a certain level, and you want to be alerted because you're not always going to be looking at the charts 24/7. Okay, so that's that. So next here we have the bar replay button. Now this usually works if you are subscribed to a plan. So let me just show you for example, and it's very good for back testing. Okay, if I want to back test, back testing basically means like I have an idea of how I want to enter the market, but I want to just prove that it works before I actually go on a live trade, you know, because right now, for example, if you just entered, you don't know where the market is going. But if you backtest it, your strategy, whatever strategy you use, so for example, for me, I'm a price action trader. So I can use this bar replay and take my time up to August 2021, or maybe that's far because it's on a daily time frame. Let me first get out of there. So I can maybe take it. We are now in March, right? So I can maybe take the bar replay the 24th Feb of this year. So this allows me now to practice my back testing. I'm like, okay, where is gold going? I'm on the daily. So if I want to analyze this chart, I can go on the 4 hour, 1 hour, and analyze it to the minute, and predict where price is going. Okay, so that's why this is here, and that is what we do when we are back testing. Okay, so this allows you to back test. And then if down here you see this icon here, I can play this, and you can see it now plays the outcome. So in case I thought we're going to sell and we bought, then I know my strategy is wrong, or I'm looking at the market wrong, and so on. So that's what the bar replay helps you to do. And you can speed up the way the candlesticks print in the back test. And you see if I do the maximum, it just moves really fast. Let me even, guys, show you in this scenario here. So if I play, see how fast it moves. Now, if I was doing it slower and I do the same thing, I want to see it like moving a bit slower. I just do this, and then when I play, it prints way much more slowly. You see, like pretty slow. Okay, so that's what the bar replay is for. Use it whenever you can to back test. Okay, so let me get out of that. Yes. And then these are undo and redo buttons. We know how to use those. If let's say if I delete this here and I want it back, I can just undo the delete back there. Okay. Then this here is the layout of the chart. So let's say if I wanted to see two screens on my chart, this is what I would do. So remember the difference between this and this. Sorry, and this compare. Compare adds the second asset chart on the same screen, okay, the one screen. But this one now gives you the ability to see it to split your screen. So I can split my screen into two sideways like that. Okay, so these are two screens. Another chart, I can customize it to look like this one, or I can put it like this, above and below each other, so I can compare. And I can, I can analyze this as I'm analyzing this, I can monitor both screens at the same time. So this is just for you to see different screens. Okay, I'm not, if I had a big monitor, I'd be able to use this. Let me see. No, I would have to upgrade. So let's say you're trading on and this is really for professional traders who, are looking at different assets and things like that, maybe hedge funds, I suppose. You'd need multiple screens. So you'd have to subscribe to Tradingview to be able to look at all these different screens. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. But for us, 2 screens is sufficient, whether you put it up or down, or, but I'll go back to the one screen. And if I have saved, now you can see here I've said Fierrrce Forex strategy. Basically, this is for me, like once I customize my chart, and that's what I'm gonna show you guys how to customize your chart so that it looks like this, or just to change it to your preference. Once you do that, you can save the template so that you don't have to keep on customizing every single time you log into Tradingview. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So I already have mine customized here. Okay, once I can save this, once I customize my chart, I can save it as whatever. Okay, now let's go to a new chart layout. Hopefully that works. Yes, because this is the one I've customized, but I want to go to a new chart layout. Now, when you log into Tradingview for the very first time, this is how your chart will show as default. So you can see this chart and this one that I have here, which is the one I have customized to my preference. They're very different. So this is the default. This is the default. Now, if you want to customize it to whatever, so this is what you're going to do. Customize it maybe to the colors that you want, like these candlesticks. Maybe you want them to be black and white. All you need to do is you just right click on the screen or the chart, scroll down to settings. And then in settings, there's this first level here, symbol. So this is where you customize the colors of your chart. So let's say I want the body of the candles to be, you know, black and white. So I'm going to go on black, and then I go here on white. Okay. And I do the same thing with the borders of the candles. So I'm like black, and then I come here and I'm like white. Oops, that doesn't work. So I'll just keep it as black. Okay. So that we can see. If I put it white, you can see everything. Then I go to the wick. I just do the same thing, black, and I'll keep it black on both ends, you know, so that we can see. So you can see I've customized my chart colors, okay? And if I want to have the last price line, I can have it. If I don't want to have it, see the difference. So there's this last price line here. When I click on this, it disappears. When I click on it, it adds. So this is where you customize your chart, okay? High, low, and average price lines, I can remove them. I can add them. I can remove them. I can add them. Remove, add. Make sense? Okay. If I want to change, let's say, status line, symbol, I hope you can see. So this gold tells me gold, US dollar, or with Owanda broker. If I remove that, I don't see anything. Okay. If I put it back, we can see it's gold. So you can remove it. Maybe you think your screen is too packed. You can remove it. Open market status. If I click on it, I'm trying to see where that change happens. OHLC. Okay, so OHLC, remember when we're talking about the candlesticks, the open, the high, the low, the close. So this is open. This is the open price on gold last week. This was the high, okay, on the daily. This was the low of the daily, and this was the closing price. So that's what it means. If I want to see them on my chart, I can see them. If I don't want, I can remove them. Trying to see where I'm seeing the open market status. We shall figure that out. Anyway, so you can see I've removed. So now my chart is looking a bit cleaner. Okay, looking a bit cleaner. If I return that because I've removed that. If I want to remove the buy, and these are the buy and sell buttons. So buy, sell, but we're not connected to any broker. So even if I click on it, I can't. But remember, watch the video on Pepperstone, linking it to TradingView, how to do that. And once you do that, you'll be able to actually buy and sell from within TradingView. So if I want to remove that, there you go. So again, some people like their screen empty, you know, like completely. They don't want to see anything. So if I want to, so let's go again, I go back to settings. If I want to bring it back again, I just add them, you know, indicator titles, I can. So there's a volume indicator on that comes as a default, okay, on TradingView, this volume indicator here. So this is it. And basically it shows you the volume in the market, and you just hover over it. I can delete it if I click on it, and that's it, it's gone. I can undo and return it if I want it. I don't use it. Again, I don't use indicators, you guys are aware of that. So that's my plain chart. Go back to right click settings. I can remove the buy sell buttons as well. I just want a clean chart. Okay, I just want a clean chart. I'm not trading on TradingView, I just want a clean chart. So that's it. Okay. Scales, basically just, you know, like here we can see the ask and the bid price. I can remove them. I can add them. Okay. I can remove them. Make sense? hopefully. Symbol, name, label, I can remove it, I can add it. Okay, so what you need to do, just explore. Okay, I can remove the high, lows, and all that. I can leave it. Okay, appearance is what now we are now talking about, like the background of the chart. So we can see grid lines here. I can make it a gradient. Okay, there's no color, so that's fine. But let me leave it at solid, then I show you guys. So solid, I can change the background to gray, to black. It's up to you, to blue, to green. I like it on white. Some people like it on black. I don't like the black. I used to have black, but I much prefer the white. So it's up to you. I can, so if I put, even if it's black, I can go here and say gradient. Black. So there's a gradient. You see how the chart appears. Let me say, okay, it's a gradient. It's not solid. If I want solid, I just come back here to appearance and I make it solid, and my chart changes to pure solid black. Let's go back to white. Okay. If I want to change, we have vertical grids and horizontal grids, right? So grid lines. So I can change the color. They're gray. I can make it plain. So there's no grid on my chart completely. Then I say, okay. So there you go. I've customized my chart. It's a plain chart. If I want to see the open, high, close, I can just add it. The indicators, I can add it, you know. So play around with your appearance, you know, just settings here, and change, you know, play around with it. And just over and above that, you know, just explore all these things that we see here. Okay, if I color theme, if I put dark, that would be the theme. So my entire screen is dark. Okay, if I want to change the color theme to light, there we go. Okay, so, and of course it's taken out all my, because I choose another theme, so it's disregarded what I had before, but I can just undo and go back to what I had customized. It's that simple. Now right here on the right, we have the price lines, the price. So we see where price closed up here at 1970.840. It's where the price closed. And as I hover over it, I can see price, you know, as it was climbing high, it was, you know, pushing up, and you can see the very high was at 1974.485. Okay, when I zoom out, I see more of the chart, and I can see, you know, more of this chart. You know, we can see gold from 2018 has been on an uptrend. Then in 2020, it started to retest or pull back in price or drop. Okay, then we kind of formed a level here where gold just stopped moving down, and then we've been bullish ever since 2021, and we're still bullish. Okay, so this, when you zoom in or zoom out, you see more of the chart. You can scroll through the chart. If you zoom in, you can see the candlesticks a bit better. So either you zoom in with your mouse if you're using a mouse, or you just come here, zoom in, the plus sign, zoom out. If I want to move, instead of using my mouse to move right and left, dragging the screen, I can just do this, right, left, right, and then this resets my chart to whatever it was before. Okay, now we've customized our chart, right? Yeah. Now when we look, there's the time zone here. Now this is important. You can change. Right now my time zone is in New York time. I prefer to trade or analyze the chart based off of New York time. But if you want to change it to your local time, you can do that. Okay, when we look for Nairobi, I don't see Nairobi, but I see Moscow, which, you know, is our same. What a coincidence. We're talking about Russia and reading, and I mentioned Moscow. Anyway, so we have UTC +3, UTC +3, and, you know, Joburg, Jerusalem. So any time zone in the world is here. You can change your trading view to that time zone. But I am working with New York. If you want to change the London time, if you're in London, that's it. I work with New York. Okay, there's a specific reason, and I teach that in my classes, which you have to pay for, obviously. but this here is just good. Okay, now this will show you the percentage. Where is that? The price in percentage. So let's say price has pushed up a certain percentage, you're able to tell by what percent. Okay, so let's just go to the right. So like, for example, this from this level here, price gold has moved up by 6.85%. Okay, so from this to this, 6.85% growth. So you can actually tell how much gold has grown since 2020 significantly. Okay, it's just been bullish. So I can switch back to pricing. Awesome. Now we kind of know about this. And now here below, I'm going to highlight the trading panel here, and then I will again recommend you watch my Tradingview video on the trading panel and how to paper trade on Tradingview. Paper trade is like just opening a demo account. So if I drag this up here, these are the brokers that we saw earlier that are linked to Tradingview. So if you open an account with any of these brokers, you can link them up to Tradingview. Now, why I recommend Pepperstone is because I can actually use my mobile payments option here locally in Nairobi, Kenya, to deposit and withdraw via Pepperstone. These others I'd have to use my card and everything, and then Pepperstone has really good leverage. These others you may get, just explore them. You may get less leverage, like maybe 1:50, 1:10, 1:100, but Pepperstone has up to 1:400. So that's why I use it. And you can paper trade. Paper trade is demo trading. So this is a free demo. I'm not going to show this right now, but explore the video on that. So that's that, guys. Now, the next important part of Tradingview is this left column. Now we already click, when you click here, you can see, this is an unnamed chart. So this is my, if I click here, I go to my strategy, my saved template, okay? And then, so let's even click there so that you guys can see. When I click there, I go to my saved template, which is what I use. Okay, that's not the one. Oh, yeah, it is, but then I have to go back to color theme and go back to light. Okay, I would need to save this. Let me go back to this one. Yeah, I don't want to play around anymore. So this is my strategy template. You can see it. Let me click here again. Yes, Forex, yeah. So if I want a new one, I can always save it. So this is it, okay? Now this is what, now this is a toolbar which you're going to be using frequently, at least some of these items here, to now put drawings and markings on your chart as you're doing your analysis. So for example, you can see this green dotted line here. I got it from this toolbar here. So let's just go through the toolbar and then we can see how to use it. So this is the home button, kind of. This is the main menu button. So if you want to go back to the previous page I showed you of chart, community, etc., you just come here and go to home and it takes you back there. If I click on more, it gives you ideas, etc., which are all on the home page. Okay. If you want help, you have in trouble, click on the help center. So again, just explore this. Now, the next item is, let me hold on this, cursors. Now, if you can see on my screen right now, you can see a dashed cross line, also called a crosshair. So I like this crosshair because I can just go on my chart and see different things, different pricing levels. It's clear for me. I can see the date is 3rd November 2021. The price was 1757.935. So this allows me just to visually follow price. But you can, under cursors, you can use a dot. So I click on dot. You can see the dot. You can see the dot, right, on the crosshair. I can put an arrow. So I'll only see the arrow. You can't see the crosshair anymore, but you can see the arrow. Maybe I just want to point on my chart. I don't want to too many things. If I click here, I go on eraser. I can erase drawing. So I can click here. Can I erase this drawing really? Yeah, so I've erased it. Okay, I can undo, bring back my line. Okay, so these cursor tools are for your arrows and the eraser and your crosshair in case you want to use a crosshair like I do. Now the next one is the trend line tools. Now you'll use this quite a bit. This, for example, here is a trend line. Okay, now let's see the different types of trend lines. We have this kind of a trend line. So if I click on it, allows me to draw a line up, a line down, etc, etc. If so, for example, that's the trend line I've drawn there. And once I draw it there, this pop-up opens. I can delete it. I can even, when I click on it, I can change the color of the trend line to black or orange, or I don't know, whichever color you want to change it to. Okay, so let's go back. I can change the thickness, 3 times, 3 pixels, 1 pixel. I can make it a line. I can make it a dash like I did here. I can make it a dotted line. It's really up to you. Then when I come here on settings, I can do a bit more. I can extend it to the left. Okay. Or I can settings. I can remove that. I can extend it to the right. As you can see, remove that. I can middle point. I can remove the middle point that was there. See the middle point here. I can remove that. Okay. I can add price labels. Wait, I'm trying to see. Okay. And so on and so forth. Text, I can, maybe you see on this trend line, I can write trend up or whatever. So you see, it types it in there. Now, let's say I want to be like, okay, trend up, and I don't want to always keep typing this in all the time. If I want to just save this so that I just be looking for it automatically, I can come here to the template and I can say save as, and I write my trend up template. Okay, and I save it. Okay, so if I delete this, all I need to do is just go on this trend line, and then I can look for my template and look for trend up. And guess what? It comes. And based on how I've customized the trend up trend line, it will just show exactly. If this was a dotted line, it would have come up like that. Okay. If I want to delete that or remove it, I can just remove it here. Do you really want to delete drawing template trend up? Yes. And I delete it from my list of trend lines or saved trend line templates, whatever. So that's it. So you've seen how to customize even the trend line. Then we have the arrow. If I want to do an arrow, if I have the ray, I don't use the ray much. I don't use it. So, but you can exploit. Okay. And all these other lines. Now, if I want the horizontal line, this is a horizontal line. Okay, there you go. And again, if I want to customize it, I can change the color to like blue. And there we go. And my horizontal line, sorry, this is text style, blue. There we go. Okay, if I want to move it up, I may. If I want to move it down, I may, anywhere, anywhere. Okay, if I want to mark my highs that I can see this is a high, want to see the equal lows, kind of thing, this is it. If I want to delete it, I either double click on it, sorry, I right click on it and delete, remove, or I simply just click on it and on my keyboard, click delete and it is deleted. Okay, so those are the different types of trend lines. I can put a vertical line. Maybe I just want to see, so my vertical line, you can see it's dotted. I can change it to a line. I can change the color of the line. Okay, and so on and so forth. I can delete it, and so on and so forth. So these are the tools that you're going to be drawing on your chart. If I want a cross line, I can have that. Maybe I just want to see where price is, whatever you prefer. Then we have this tool here called the Fib retracement, and I'm going to do a separate video on the Fibonacci tool because it's a tool that I think is important to learn about. So these are the different, let's see, Gann and Fibonacci tools. Okay, now there are different trading strategies, and you can use these tools for those strategies. But for the purpose of my class, I will be only talking about the Fib retracement tool. Okay, so I will not talk about it right now, but I'll talk about it in another class. Then we have geometric shapes. Okay, now there are different types of geometric shapes. So if I want to, the highlighter, I can highlight on my screen. Okay, maybe I want to highlight a specific area, especially when I'm teaching. I can use the highlighting, or when you're just, or you even when you're not teaching, when you're just using Tradingview and maybe you want to just highlight an area that you think price, something is significant to what you're thinking, that's where you get it. So that's a highlighter. We have the rectangle tool. So I can, draw a rectangle, and I can customize it by double clicking on it, and I can change the color to gray. I can change it to blue. I can change it to orange or yellow. It's really up to me, right? So that's how you do that. I can extend it to the right. I can extend it to the left. I can just remove everything. I can even remove the background, and it's just a square box with no color in it. Okay. Coordinates is the same. You can use this for extending. I think it's easier. Like if I put 999 and I put 9, maybe I add another 0, you'll see, okay, well, what happened to my line? Something happened to my line. So let's go back. We can see the line now extended to this side. Okay. So coordinates is the same as extending right. So I find using the extend right, other than typing, it's easier to just say extend right or extend left, and so on and so forth. Okay. Visibility, you don't need this now. Yeah. So that's basically how you can place or customize the rectangle tool. And the rectangle tool is maybe you just want to highlight a certain area in the chart and you want to focus on that. So that's what you probably use it for, key areas. So that's it. Now, we also have the ellipse. Again, if you just want to highlight, the ellipse is here. So I just want to show you guys. I want to zone in. So I'm looking at this specific. So that's what the ellipse tool would be used for, drawing tool would be used for. Path, I'm looking at price has moved up, then it's moved down. So it's moved up and moved down, and it's moved up. So this allows me to see the path of price, basically. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. Curve, if I want to draw a curve, again, this will just depend on what you're looking for. This is the curve line. Okay. Whatever you're trying to do, over time, you'll figure it out. So yeah, so those are the ones I want to focus on. So explore them in your own time. This is the brush tool. If I want to write something, SL, I don't know, SL, let's see, take profit. We'll talk about that as well. Yeah, that's it. So the brush tool, and you can change the color of the tool. So I can just right click on it and change the color to orange. There you go. So anytime you double click on it, you can customize the color, the thickness of the line, if it has a background or not, like this has a background now, and so on and so forth. Okay, so I don't want a background. And I can save it as a template so I don't have to keep on customizing the colors, things like that. So these tools are for marking things on your chart, So this is then something else you may want to use is annotation tools where now you can put notes on your chart. Now, the one I really like to use a lot is the text tool. If I want to write GU up or whatever, this is how it looks. If I want to customize the colors of that text, I can change the font size, change the font bold, italic, etc, etc. I want to remove the background, add it, border, remove it, text wrap, and whatever. Okay. Sorry, I keep on saying whatever, but I'm just trying to show you guys that there's so much versatility with these tools. You can customize things to your preference and your liking. Okay. So that's the text tool, anchor text note. So just go through all these tools. You can even use the call outs, to maybe you want to write up or something, so this is another type of a text tool. Again, just marking your chart the way you want to do it. You can change the colors. Okay, this one, yes, here, remove background, change background, border, remove border, change border, and so on and so forth. You can add the thickness. Border. I can do thick border, really, really up to you. So play around with the text tools as well. Okay, you can put an arrow. Okay. Arrow left, arrow right. Okay, if I want arrow right. Okay, so all those things can help you guys to do what you want to do with your chart, to mark it the way you want to mark it. So hopefully that's clear. When I come to these are the patterns. Now, this would be relevant if you're trading a specific in strategy like Elliott wave, and cipher patterns and things like that. For the purpose of this module, I'm not going to talk about that because I also don't use them personally. So yeah, but explore them. Then this is now. This is the long and short prediction and measurement tools. This one here. So let me clear. So if I want to clear my chart, I just come to this dustbin here, and it says remove drawings, and I click, and all the drawings are gone. Now, so we are back to this prediction and measurement tools. For example, if I wanted to know, like, maybe I want to, I've analyzed my trade and I want to, let's say, buy or sell. The tool that I use the most personally are the long position and the short position. Now, when you long a trade, you're basically buying the asset. When you're shorting, you're selling the asset. Okay. So if I'm buying, I'm going to use a long position tool, and maybe I want to buy. So let's say I bought from here. This is my long position tool, and I can drag it and adjust. So when it comes to a trade, let's say this would be the point at which your price begins to buy, and then anything below here is indicating that your price, if it starts going down, if this price comes and starts going down, you would be in a negative position. Okay, so this tool allows me to set my entry parameter, my stop loss, and my take profit. Okay, and I think we discussed this in a previous module. So that's basically it. Okay, so when I drag it like this, like that, you can see the stop reduces, the stop increases to 33, and here it's just reducing even more and more and more and more. And then we can see risk to reward, etc. This is the long tool, you can see, and this would be the short tool if I am selling. So it's just the opposite. So my stop is maybe here. Let's say I wanted to sell up here because price is here and I'm anticipating gold when the market opens, is going to open. I can put my stop there. And then I'm thinking I want to sell up to maybe here. I can just go there, and that's how I'll place the long position tool and the short position tool. So that's where you get those tools. And then these are just more drawings, more annotation tools. You can place them on your chart, you click, and so on and so forth. Okay, so you can use that in your own way. Then we have this ruler, which measures distance. So for example, from this low here to this high here, price has moved up. Okay, so from this low to this, so let me do that again. From this specific low to this specific high here, these bars on this candlestick are 19 of them. If you count them individually on the daily, this is 19 days. So what it means is that price took 19 days to move from this point on 20th January 2022 to this point on 24th February 2022. 19 days to go up, okay? Sorry, 19 bars to go up, which signifies, sorry, 27 days. So these are 27 days of data, okay? And why? Because in between there are weekends. So that's why there are weekend. There are more days but less bars printed because there are weekends in between. And you guys know that the Forex market is a 24/7 market, but on weekends the market is closed. Then the volume traded within this period is 4.09 million. Okay, so that's, it could be dollars, 4.09 billion, okay, whatever the amount that is, but this just shows you the volume in the market vis-a-vis maybe same drill, same time, 27 days, but the volume in these 27 days is just 633,000. Okay, this was millions. So you can see that the volume in the market at this point in time between Dec 21st and Jan 21st was very little, which is understandable because December is usually Christmas, holiday season, January, holiday season, winter, people are on holiday. But then the market opened, and this is when we keep on going from the end of January. That's when you see more traders come into the market to put their positions. So that's this measurement tool. And so just back to that, we can see the growth here was 10.81%. Remember this here, okay, showing you the percentage growth, but now this one shows you specifically from this range to this range, 10.81%. Now for gold, if you look at my class on pips, you will know what this is. This is basically 1,924 pips on gold, the distance from here to here. So just watch the pips calculation video because I don't want to talk about that here. So that's that, yeah. Then if this here is the zoom in and zoom in out button, I can use this or I can use this. So if I click on it, I zoom in. Sorry, if I click on it, I'm able to zoom in on that specific area. If I want to zoom in some more, I just drag it and I can see more. If I want to zoom out in this area, sorry, again, I zoom out. I want to zoom out again here. Sorry, okay, I can't zoom out any further. Zoom in, zoom out, simple. Then we have this here, magnet mode, snap drawings placed near price bar to the closest OHLC view. So weak magnet, strong magnet. Okay, I don't use this actually. Let me. I don't think you even need to know what it does from the beginning. But basically, drawing anchors will be snapped to the closest OHLC values of nearby bars. So anything you put on the drawings, we will be looking at the nearest highs and lows. Okay, they'll be based off of the nearest highs and lows. Okay, they'll be you'll see the markings or that you put in your chart nearer that the highs and lows. Hopefully that makes some sense. So I'm just gonna remove this because yeah. If I want to stay in drawing mode, now this basically means if I've put things on my chart, I can simply So let me give an example. Let me come here. Let me draw this line, then maybe I draw this line. Okay, I'm just like doing this randomly to make a point, because obviously you're not just going to draw random things there. If I want to, so let's go back down. If I want to stay in drawing mode, I just click on that. Okay, and I cannot, so I can move this up here. If I want to get out of drawing mode, wait, hold on. You see, like, if I remove this, so let me take this again. Drawing mode and drawing mode. I'm trying to figure out what this drawing mode tool. Stay in drawing mode. So right now, okay, hold on. So right now, I'm in drawing mode, right? So I can't draw, I can't like draw on this right now. Sorry, this is confusing even me. I actually don't use this. That's why I'm even like, okay, what am I doing? Let's undo all this. Undo. Trying to remember what the drawing mode is for. Okay, now I get it. So this here locks all the drawing tools, okay? And then this one here allows you to stay in a drawing mode. So let's say if you wanted to draw something on your chart, you'd just click on this so that you stay in that mode and it doesn't like like I'm trying to scroll right now and I can't scroll. Does that make sense? Every time I try to scroll, it just draws instead. But if I remove this, I can actually move that. So this allows you to draw and stay in that mode. Now, then we have this here, which locks all my drawing tools. So right now I can move my drawing tools, but when I click on this, if I try to move this, I can't move it. I cannot. Okay, I do this, I can. Now then we have this final one here. I've drawn things on my chart. Sorry. Okay, whatever that is, I can hide them. So let's say I've drawn my trend lines and my arrows, but I just want to have a quick blank glance of my chart. I can just hide them and hide without necessarily deleting. Because sometimes you've marked your chart, you don't want to delete it. You don't want to delete the markings, so you just hide them. Okay, so that's it. And if I wanted to delete them, I just come here and I delete. So guys, I'm hoping this has been helpful in terms of how to use, okay, I'm trying to, hopefully this has been useful and of value. Yeah, basically how to use TradingView. So that being said, I want to sign out and just say thank you for tuning in and see you soon in module 6. Thank you, bye.